So we got rid of the computer. He talked too much. His jokes sucked. And he scared away all the players.
You clickbait, mate?
Oh. That was not supposed to happen.
Welcome to HCS Now. I'm your host, Computer, and as always, I'm joined with Default and Hypothetical. Today, we got a good show for you guys, and we're going to start right off with a rumor mill. And the rumor is straight ripping. Yeah. Okay, so this straight ripping rumor is crazy. T-Money, T-Squared, T-Daddy, what's up? He said he retired, but now he's all like hashtagging straight ripping and stuff. What's going on?
He sees $2 million prize pool, and he's like, I shouldn't retire so early.
Because we talked about this a little bit off camera. Straight ripping has always had a problem, especially in modern day Halo, not being a org with a lot of money to pay, give its teammates to travel, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Straight, because all these teams have orgs, and their orgs pay for their travel expenses to go to events and stuff like that. Straight ripping, it's just straight ripping. Yeah. It's just T-Squared owns the name Straight Ripping, and he puts together a team, and then it's really hard for them to fund things like going to events, right?
Yeah.
But this Halo World Championship is mostly online. Anybody can hop on. So Straight Ripping could make a comeback.
Yeah, they could.
So we're seeing rumors. Okay, Straight Sick.
He started it pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, he did the Intel thing.
He did the shirt. He took a picture with the Straight Ripping shirt.
Said pound
hashtag Intel. Yeah. And then T-Squared, I think it was his girlfriend, put that GIF out. It showed T-Squared and Straight Sick sitting next to each other, and it said like game night hashtag Halo 5.
So that's pretty crazy news having T-Squared, if T-Squared does come back. I didn't think he'd come back to Halo. Thought he was done with Halo. He's been one of the biggest Halo players in the history of Halo with, being on Dr. Pepper, being on MTV. Mm-hmm. He's been on multiple reality shows. I mean, he's really marketed himself pretty well. Yeah. And then he dropped Halo and went to be a yoga instructor.
Now he does unboxing videos.
Yeah, Newegg. He does Newegg videos. So there was a rumor about, it was a while back before T-Squared decided to leave Halo, about him getting the org TSM. Mm-hmm. The rumor was that he was supposed to get TSM to come into Halo with his team playing for them, but he did not take the deal because he wanted to still keep the Straight Ripping name. Not sure how much of that was true, but it's still an interesting story.
Yeah. I don't see why he couldn't keep the name.
It would be a long name, like TSN Straight Ripping. I don't know. Maybe they fought over whose name went first.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
What? TSM is last. Straight Ripping first. So you go Straight Ripping, TSM. Not TSM.
Why shouldn't they just add TSM to their logo somewhere? It'll still say Straight Ripping really huge, and just at the bottom somewhere say small. TSM. Not like tiny, but like,
Yeah, I mean, either way, a lot of people saw it as a bad move because TSM coming in Halo would be a big deal, and it was turned down by, apparently, and we don't know if this is 100% true, but this is what the story is. T-Squared turned down the deal. He retired. Well, yada yada yada. He's coming back. $2 million. Make you holla. So that's what's going on with that. And we don't know who else would be on that team. Would Nated go back to that team?
No. I don't think so.
No. Yeah, I think Nated would stay where he's at because he's more in control where he's at. He can pick his players. He probably has a team
where he's
captain.
Yeah.
You don't want to go to a team where you're not captain when you're at a place where you are captain.
But he might be okay with T-Squared being the captain.
Yeah, if he feels like it's a better opportunity, he might. But it was Straight Sick, Nated, T-Squared, and Prototype at one point. There's that rumor, and that rumor is big news. There's a lot of chatter on the forums about it, so if you guys should really stay tuned to Twitter and this show, and we'll fill you in on all the details as soon as we know them. Okay, and the Twitter is HCS_now, by the way, just in case you don't know by now. we had a little MLG tournament for $1,000. The two people that went to the finals, or two teams, were EG and Winter Fox. The thing about teams that play EG, and this is what strikes me when I notice about it. Winter Fox looked pretty strong, right?
Yeah.
They were cutting through teams left and right. It wasn't nothing. And they get the EG, and it's like a brick wall.
Yeah.
Like, what happens? They don't even, put up a fight anymore. It's just, they hit this wall. Mm-hmm. And it's just, this wall is like this EG thing.
Yeah. They're just a good team together. I don't know, that's all you can say about it.
Yeah, they're good.
It's so weird. You see teams just jumping over teams to the tournament, and here they hit this thing. Then they just die.
It could also just be the thought of them going to play EG. What if it's
psych them out?
It psychs them out. Oh crap, this is EG. So they play bad because
they haven't lost a game yet
because they're trying too hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you go up against a team in the finals like EG and in this tournament, EG never lost a game. That I don't think. I think that's what happened. They didn't lose. They went perfectly through, but I'm not sure. They might have lost one, but you get to a team that hasn't lost yet, and you're like, well, it's EG. They're on fire. They haven't lost. Yeah. You get nervous, I guess. Maybe you don't. I don't know. I've never played in the high levels, so I could see it affecting you a little bit, but I don't know how it works. So, yeah, EG just still, it's like I tweeted out right after this tournament ended, I put new game, same results. Mm-hmm. Because that's EG, man. Yeah. They just adapt. They have Snipe Down, which is like that's all.
Yeah.
Snipe Down is just insane at Halo 5. It is. Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what can you do? I'm afraid that we're going to have a repeat of H2A, and it scares me, but I mean, everybody should be scared of evil geniuses right now.
I think, like Formal said, he says he knows a lot of people from the Halo scene, and they all say it, that EG is going to win again. That's what he said in that video.
Well, he's just sick of his competitive side doesn't. He wants to take them down.
Yeah, he said he wanted to come back to Halo just to beat them.
Yeah. That's pretty strong as a competitor, he doesn't want to see them winning all the time. Yeah. He wants to show people that, they can
other
lead.
people can win that game.
Yeah.
Optic sleeping in. You skipped that one.
Yeah. We completely forgot. Made me get all high pitched. Optic slept in during the the MLG tournament. So there you go.
It makes me mad.
It proves what Formal said, though. They put in the hours.
It exactly
They got crunk
right.
the night before,
You don't do that.
I do that.
You have a tournament.
I get drunk and sleep in all the time.
You not go drinking and then oversleep for your tournament. That looks terrible on them.
And like you were saying, there's a lot of players that really wish they were in their position and would be diehard dedicated to making Optic.
Like EG. Look at EG. Are they going out and partying?
I'm not going to hate because I do the same thing. I get drunk and then go to work all hungover.
Yeah, but that's different. That's just an hourly job. This is a competitive esport.
You hating on my job, man?
No, I'm just saying.
All right, then.
Like EG, for instance, they won. They didn't go out drinking. They play that game constant. They constantly practicing.
You don't know they didn't.
Well,
they could have got drunk.
They didn't all party together.
I don't know. Either way, they slept in.
They make you mad. They don't take it seriously.
And it wasn't all of Optic. Assault and Stellar was up and ready to go. It was Flamesword and Maniac that slept in. So
did the other two party too?
Huh?
Did they go partying?
No, they don't even live with them.
They don't live with them.
Oh, well then see, they're good examples. Flamesword and Maniac, bad.
Anything bad? I like Flamesword and Maniac. I watched their YouTube videos.
So do I. I watch their YouTube videos.
All right.
I just want them.
We love you guys, by the way. Just letting you know.
I'm not saying this with trying to be mean. I just want them to really push.
He wants you guys to do better.
I do.
He's going to give you a formal speech anytime.
I'm just saying.
They were on the episode 6, and they said that, and they were talking about what Formal said, and they said Formal told them to watch that speech every day before they play or something. I don't know.
Well, obviously
they said they weren't mad about it. They said they actually admitted that everything he said was right.
Well, they didn't do anything about it. They still went and partied it.
Who cares, man? One party, get off of them.
I'm just saying, it shows
Jesus.
them. It shows me.
Let them party like you don't party. Let's talk about the Halo World Championship for a little bit. All right, there's ladder matches going on right now, and those are worth a little bit of points. And I'm not 100% sure about this, but I think the ladder matches are just going to set the seed maybe for this tournament that's coming up. But I'm not 100% sure. I know they're getting points off these ladder matches.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, when it comes to points from the ladder matches, you got Noble in first. Mm-hmm. Noble Esports, Envious in second, Crowd Pleasers in third, which is a pretty big deal. They're a pretty good team, amateur team that's just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We talked about them in our last show.
Yeah.
You got Optic. No, wait. Rally Check. Yeah, okay, that's the big surprise. Reality Check is at fifth on this leaderboard, right? So and EG, I didn't even see him in like the top 16. I don't know.
That's the reason why they're fifth. A lot of pro teams are not even doing this.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
A
lot of these pro teams, I think the reason why they're not playing ladders is because they want to scrim the best teams, right?
Yeah.
You play in ladders, you're not playing the best teams. So these teams like EG, they want to play CLG. They want to play the best teams and get their practice on. So Reality Check is in fifth place. They're trying to sneak in there, right? They're like, you know what? We're going to manipulate the system. We're going to play as many ladders as we can. We're going to just slide up in there. And you never know. That might be a big deal later on with these points.
It could be, yeah.
Okay. So we got the first tournament for the Halo World Championship, right?
Yeah.
And it's coming up on December 20th.
Yeah.
Okay, and the first place is going to... Okay, so just please believe, but between now and that date, you're going to see a lot of teams finalized. So I expect it to get crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of teams are going to be swapping players. All right, we got to get this. I think there's going to be even a bigger hurricane season coming up soon where people are going to start nailing down who they're going to play with.
Yeah.
So this is the really beginning of this whole deal. This is all the teams are going to show up and go ham right at this tournament.
740 teams signed up.
Yeah.
They're not all going to a LAN event.
No, this is just an online thing.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant they're all going to show up to a LAN event.
Okay, the problem is there's only 512. This is only a 512 slot bracket. So what are they going to do with these extra 200, almost 300 teams?
I would say let them all play. That's what I would say.
I know, right?
Of course they all to play.
Open the bracket up.
Yeah, open it up.
Make it, all unlimited. Whoever wants to play. Yeah. Come on. Because you never know. You can't just say turn. And who do you decide to turn away? I guess the ladders will help decide that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they'll just look at the placings. Right? Yeah,
yeah, the points
top
maybe
540 go.
The whole thing's kind of confusing. You got your ladders, and then they get points from that. And then you got this tournament here, which is worth quite a bit of points, 5,000 for first. So, and then we got quite a few. I think after this tournament, there's a tournament almost every weekend. I think all the way up till January 15th or something like that. There's it's a mini season,
right?
And then it goes on from there. And then I think at the end of all this, they tally up everybody's points, and then top 8 American teams go.
Yeah.
So that's and then another thing for the Halo World Championship Series. This has not been really talked about much, but I think it's a pretty big deal. They added another 29 countries to the eligibility for the Halo World Championship Series, which is, I was talking to someone the other day and I said, this should, they should like almost make this like Olympics for Halo instead of like calling out a team by their org. Call them out by their country, like Team USA versus Team Germany or something, and like everybody's like USA, USA, flying American flags and stuff. I mean, that would be cool, right? It'd be much cooler than like EG versus this org.
They'll probably do something like like that. Like it'll be like EG versus this team, but like next to EG would be an American flag.
Probably the regionals and the championship.
I have it in my head. Weird. I mean, it's like okay. I'm trying to picture like an Olympics for Halo, and it sounds cool, but it's just in my head. So a little bit of controversy with this tournament is single elimination. This is really not a Halo thing in the past.
I think it's just because of the World Championship. I don't think it'd be like this for Season 3 or anything. I think it's for the World Championship, and that's because there is 500 teams. There's a lot of teams here.
There's actually 740 American teams.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's just American teams.
The way to get, so you're saying like way to get it through quicker?
It's kind of like if you lose, you lose. On to the next thing.
Yeah.
You know, like if you think of Anniversary and the other ones, they didn't have 740 teams.
Yeah. Well, I'm not too worried about it in these tournaments because these are just points based, and they're like you said, there's like 700 teams if they play them all. So these tournaments are important, but not like game changing.
Yeah.
So I mean, when it comes down to like the big the North American regional finals or whatever, that needs to be double elimination. I would not be happy with single elimination there at all.
Yeah.
That needs to be double elimination.
That's a lot of pressure. Single game elimination.
I know. It's not a single game elimination. I mean, it's I guess best out of 3, right? I guess they're playing. Yeah. So it is a lot of pressure, and I don't know. I don't mind it for these tournaments, but the regional finals, it definitely needs to be double elimination. So we have a question, and we asked you guys all the time to send us your questions and comments and topics or anything you guys want to tell us, and we'll talk about it on Twitter, and we hold good to that promise because we got a question from this guy, and we are going to answer it on our show. The question is, what past Halo map would you like to see remade for competitive Halo 5 gameplay? Who wants to go first?
I still really don't know which one I want.
You've been thinking for like...
Because I'm trying to think of which would be good for Halo 5.
I'm always going to say Lockout.
I mean, Lockout, that's my first choice.
That's always it. I mean, obviously, the original, even if you made it bigger, I don't think it works. I think if you added a few, like, clambering points, I think it'd work.
I'm going to say Backwash. No. What? You don't like my jokes? Seriously. Sanctuary. Okay. While y'all keep laughing, I'm going to explain what I like in a map. Okay?
It's hot now.
Sanctuary is what I like in a map, and I'm going to tell you why. I prefer my Halo maps to have a 50-yard line. I know this, like, it sounds kind of funny when I say it, but the divider, I want a map with a divider because I feel like a 50-yard line, like a map like Sanctuary, it has so much more strategy when it comes to pushing into their turf and when to not push into their turf. And I love that style of gameplay. Like when you set up on them and you push in, you cross that 50-yard line, you are committing your team to that side of the map. And if you get slayed, you know, you're going to be in trouble. And I love those type of maps in Halo. And I feel like Halo 5 is missing that. Like, they do not have those type of maps. Like, the maps are just so random. Yeah, there's no other way to explain it. Like, anybody can come from any direction at any time. And it's chaos. It's hard to make any strategy out of it.
Yeah. That was my choice, but you know.
So that would be one of my main choices. And maps in that style, if you think about it, Lockout even had a 50-yard line.
Yeah.
The top mid was the 50-yard line. If you pushed across that, you're committed.
Yeah.
So, what other maps? I can't really think right now. But yeah, I love maps with that style of layout.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, like even Ascension, right?
Yeah.
Kind of had that.
Yeah, it did, even though it's not even a symmetrical map. Still,
but
it can still have that.
Yeah.
It just has to be designed correctly.
Right.
And that's just the type of maps that I prefer. I feel like they have the most strategy, especially in objective games. Not so much in Slayer. Slayer makes them a little weird because they keep flopping sides back and forth, and so you get people spawning behind you. But I think objective games, those maps play like so well. And you know what map I do like in Halo 5 that kind of does implement this is Coliseum. It does somewhat have a 50-yard line. I feel like it's too easy to get across it.
That's what I was going to say.
Too many ways to get across it.
It's kind of hard to have a map like Sanctuary or Lockout, because if you had Sprint in the older Halos, you can go past that 50-yard line.
Just like that.
But you would get laid out if people were set up correctly.
I mean, if you think about like, what's the? I can't think of it right now. It's got cars and stuff.
Oh, Plaza.
It kind of has that.
It does.
That 50-yard.
It does. But there's too many routes.
I'm saying, yeah, you can just go.
That's the problem. You can't. Well, I mean, if you're in Snipe, you can kind of overlook the map a little bit.
Yeah. But I can rush you, no problem.
Yeah, I understand, and that's the problems that Sprint does bring to the game. But that's just how this is what it is now. And I was going to talk about another map that's kind of designed that way is Beaver Creek.
Yeah,
it's got that 50-yard line.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of maps that take that inspiration, and I wish more would in Halo 5.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another. That's going to bring us to our next topic. The new map that they're coming out with, which they probably will be out with it by the time this video is released. It's not out yet, but it will be out by the time you probably see this video. And it's called Overgrowth. It's a remix of Plaza. At first, I was like, damn, a remix of Plaza. I don't even like Plaza. Why?
Yeah.
But then I got to look at it, and I was like, it doesn't look anything like Plaza anymore. It's the layout's completely different. The lighting is good. I'm going to go ahead and congratulate 343 on the lighting on this map, because I'm sick of the maps having like this one color. Like every map has this tone. Like Plaza is all green everywhere you look, and Eden's all kind of bluish. This map has like light in it, like sunlight in it, lights everything up real clearly. And the aesthetics look like Stone Town, but the design almost makes me think of Orbital because it has long hallways.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's going to play kind of like that. So, I don't know.
All that sunlight, you're going to have more glare in your scope?
Yeah, no, I think this is done correctly.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because that glare gets some more nerves.
Yeah. Well, we will all get a chance to play it soon. And we're curious, will it be added to Halo World Championship?
Another thing will be added will be Arena Breakout. Because a lot of pros...
You don't know if it's going to be added.
I know, but I'm saying I wonder, though. Because a lot of people like it. The pros love it.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. Yeah, that was a pretty fun game type. Mixed it up a bit.
We did.
I like it.
It was fun.
Actually, everybody's going to hate me, but I prefer regular Breakout. I don't care. It's the only thing I'm good at in Halo 5.
Nick went on a poll in like 75%.
Yeah, well, I don't care. Go against the grain. I kind of like the old stuff.
I do. I mean, I think it should be at least added to the game permanently.
At least add some maps. Not all of them, but just like maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, why can't they just mix it?
It is closer to what traditional Halo is all about, and I do like that.
Yeah.
I feel like the maps need a little... where the weapons on the map, some of them shouldn't be there. I feel like power weapons like rockets and stuff shouldn't be on the map with this.
No rockets.
No radar. The radar.
Yeah.
Why is there radar? Come on.
The power weapons really...
There's no radar in regular Breakout.
I think they're sticking with that radar, though.
Man, they love that
I
radar.
don't think they're going to budge.
They love the radar. Anyways, that's our show. Hope you enjoyed it. Tune in next week. We're going to have another episode talking more HCS. We'll see you. Not before we go.
Yeah.
What?
Forgot.
Okay, we got a couple things. Tweet at us, HCS_now. Comment on the page. Subscribe. Let us know what you think. Leave us questions on Twitter and YouTube. Also, if you guys want to see one of your favorite players on the show doing an interview with us, tweet at them. Let them know to come on our show so we don't have to.
No, like that. just to show them, like, hey, like.
All right, yeah, just let them know, hey, come on HCS Now. We want to see you on there.
Yeah.
All right. See you next week. Guys, bye.
He says Instagram.
That's okay, I'll put it in.